How's it going, gears? We are exploding into the escape section on this road to Seriously 5.0, taking on my first hive for this achievement in today's video. There are over 30 hives to master to unlock Seriously 5.0, and I will be covering each of these in a similar manner to how I did my horde videos. Let's get down into it with my first video covering the descent. Just like my horde videos, I will be covering some basics first, such as the layout of the map, before covering the mutators, and finally the build I used. I will be changing some things up when looking over the basics, since we don't have to consider a fabricator or energy taps for these hives. The Descent was one of the original hives released alongside Gears 5 and is a little more straightforward because of this, but also one of the longest. Spanning 3 separate acts in a linear fashion where you just have to fight from point A to point B, but enough of that, here is what the entire hive looks like. Spawning into this map, you will be given a 60-second venom timer, which is more than enough to begin. Now, here is where the video will be drastically different from my horde map coverage. Enemies and weapons are somewhat randomised in Escape, so instead of spending 20 minutes covering all combinations, I'm going to list all potential weapons you can find throughout this hive, split into two sections, guaranteed and situational. Your guaranteed weapons will be found in safe rooms, the spawning room, weapon rooms, etc. Whereas situational weapons will depend on whether certain enemies spawn or not. So for the Descent, here are all of the possible weapons you can find on this map. The main reason I want to mention these is that it may affect your class choice going into this hive, and if a specific weapon isn't listed here, it will not show up. With the basic overview covered, I want to look at the mutators next. All hives have fixed mutators that will never change, even if they roll around as the daily or weekly hive, and the Descent has the following attached to it. More health. All enemies gain an extra 50% health. This health is added on after difficulty health multipliers, giving up to 380% extra health when on master difficulty. Enemies will take some punishment. More lethal. Players take additional damage from all sources. Tankier classes may be preferable when this mutator is around, though forced health regeneration and damage resistance is plentiful among other classes. Faster venom. Venom will spread through the hive twice as fast. This might not sound too bad, and it is definitely preferable for some classes, but do be wary that this cuts your time to complete some areas by half. A longer recharge. Ultimate abilities can take up to 4 times longer to fully recharge. Dealing and receiving damage will reduce this time, but a class like, say, the Demolitions may only get to use their ultimate once while this mutator is on. Regen penalty. Recovering from any damage taken will take twice as long as usual. Like I said earlier, forced health regen is a good option to get around this mutator. Execution rules. Downed enemies need to be killed up close, with an explosive, or a headshot. This is definitely more limiting in Escape, as you aren't guaranteed specific weapons, but all starter pistols are capable of critically killing enemies. Ammo starvation. Picking up ammo can give up to 75% less ammo than normal. A tactician is perfect to work around this mutator, or simply use a class that doesn't require ammo. With the mutators and basic overview covered, I would typically show my build and then the full gameplay. However, I want to put some suggestions here for the strongest classes to take into the Descent and give a couple of pros and cons to each. Then I will run the full escape match. These suggestions are what I feel are the strongest picks, and I will give 3 possible candidates, with my first being the Brawler. This class can excel without picking up any weapons, taking a melee focused build that has some forced health regeneration and stim shield. Take a melee build using all the glory to deal some area damage to tight groups of enemies when possible. It does require playing smart and not running in wildly, but allows your teammates to make use of any weapons being dropped. Here are the skill cards I would typically take with me into the Descent. All the Glory, Torch Tackle, Pyromaniac, Perk Up, and then you have a choice of 3 cards: Inner Fire, Damage Dash, or Play with Fire. My second class choice would have to be the Tactician, mostly to counter the ammo starvation mutator. Plenty of hammer bursts drop on this map, and explosive weapons become available from Act 2 onwards. You may only get a couple of uses from your resupply ultimate, but there are some weapon lockers around that you can also make use of. Take on more of a support long distance role, and take some of these card suggestions with you into this hive. Resupply healing module, disciplined, shredder, venom explosive resupply, and then you have a choice: resupply duration, recharge bounty, or modified hammer burst. The final class recommendation for the Descent would have to be the Blade Master. Similar to the Brawler, it works very well without weapons, has forced health regeneration, and plenty of damage resistance available. You are also able to generate some ammo with Efficient Executioner. A bit more reliant on venom than other classes, and you can't just run straight in, so it does require some caution. When taking the Blade Master into Descent, I would take the following skill cards with me: Thrill of the Hunt, Venom Blade, Venom Resistance, Brawler, and then you have a choice of Nasher Mastery, Shock Chain, or Efficient Executioner. I chose to take this map on as the Brawler, and took my suggested build shown above, with my choice card being Play with Fire, so I could be useful up close and at a distance. Obviously there's no perks to cover or fortifications to go over, so I have covered everything I wanted to for this introduction breakdown. Here is my full run through the Descent as the Brawler, and I hope you enjoy.
All set. Whatever you do, let's get this mission started. Locked and loaded. Contact. Reload time. Drone spotted. Hope to go. Grenadiers! People, stop! We gotta go! Come on! Bring it, motherfuckers! Still got it.
So we're doing the Descent, one of the original Hive maps that launched with Gears 5. Once again, all the mutators and the build will be at the start of the video, as they normally are.
Got a weapon marked.
Does that dude not need one?
We're good.
Dude, you've got the Nasher on your back. There's an infiltrator.
Drone under attack. Drone spotted. Drone marked. Yeah, baby. Reloading. Think that's funny? Drone spotted. No, I'm angry. Knock you out. Revive me. Oh, I'm coming for you. Medic!
Go!
Looks dead enough to me. Weapon here! Got a weapon over here! Sniper down!
And that's why I like
We got them all!
the Brawler on this map.
right. Hostile. Supplies. I need to reload. Just gonna take this.
Sometimes a pouncer can spawn in here. Isn't ideal, but if it does, just take it out.
Here's some ammo.
I'll let one of those guys take that.
Give me that. All right.
That was harder than it needed to be. Alright, Venom's catching up, so we need to get a move on.
Go, go, go.
Something I've not mentioned about this hive, it's the
Venom's here.
only 3-act hive, as far as I'm aware, that the Coalition released. The rest of them were all 2 or single-act hives.
Room, mark. Let's get this. Leech marked.
I'm just going to occasionally charge through a leech just so I can get a little bit of stim.
Right in there, marked. Drone spotted. Nice. Right in here, spotted. Nice. This'll work. I'll take that.
There we go. Extra Nasho ammo for our infiltrator.
Take that.
I don't have a grenade, so let's take that flashbang. It might save our life. Take that one as well.
Now this will do.
But remember, this escape was designed around the Blade Master, Anchor, and Tactician, the original 3, Keegan, Lani, and Matt.
Decontamination before entering the safe room is mandatory.
But there's plenty of other classes that can beat this much easier. I don't really want the incendiary grenades on this one. Not the biggest fan of them on the Blade, not the Blade Master, on the Brawler. I'm just not the biggest fan of incendiary grenades in general.
Opening in 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
I think the Brawler is definitely missing like a card to buff incendiary grenades, but nicely done.
Weapon! Be glad I end this quick. We've got a grenadier! Reloading! Oh, I hate to be you. Hell yes. Weapon! That's all you got?
I did mess up my thing there, but it worked out.
Yeah, baby. We're got one here. Incoming! Engaging!
Nice.
Reloading! Cover me! Clear. We're done.
You don't have to follow this path though, but there is only one way in and out of this map, so make sure you don't get lost. Going around the other way does take longer, but you can be rewarded with a boom shot as well from some of the other
Spotted!
weapon rooms.
I need Come on, Dad, you're better than this. Zion, he's coming! Come on, you're okay. That's Zion's out of commission.
Nice. I'm just going to quickly put my
Throwing flashbang.
long shot up there just to hopefully get a couple of bullets into it.
That's it. I'm reloading.
Why did that not stun him?
Go, Mark. Please. I think we're done.
That'll do, mate. I only need a couple of long shot bullets.
Thanks, Dave. Good. Cover me. I'm reloading.
Make my way over to this dude.
He's mine.
I heard. Yeah, I knew I heard someone else.
Appreciate it. That's on that. Oh wait, you did. Reloading.
There we go.
Got them all.
This dude is a marksman, so I'll tell you what, I'll give him my extra rounds that I've got.
Come on.
Because I'm not going to need it, he's going to need it a lot more than I am. And that's the second act done, onto the final act. Quite a short overall Hive. It's 3 acts, but all 3 acts of them are really, really short, and you can literally get through each act in just a couple of minutes. I do know a lot about this Hive, considering I did a video literally breaking down the entire Hive. If there was anything you wanted to know about it, I've got a whole video. I'm going to try and link it in the cards.
I've got your signal. Raven is inbound.
It didn't do that well, but if you want to learn even more about it, go and give that a quick watch. It's about 15 minutes long, but
Warning. Chamber has been breached. Opening in 3, 2, 1.
as soon as we get up here, I might just use my ultimate on all the drones.
Alright, he's coming!
There we go. Quickly clears all them out. And we can move on.
I'll take those.
Get up here. And a good tactic that people like to do is just run up the left hand side.
Lead drone! Locked and loaded. Contact!
Set on fire.
Still got it. Throw the lead. Don't even think about it. Zion, incoming.
We've got the damage actually to deal with all these.
Oh yeah. Got him.
There we go, that's him taken out. I might as well just take this claw.
Here. Yes. Elite drone spotted. Locked and loaded.
Oh, that's a shot grenade.
Here goes our only lead. Here. Yes. Thrown down. Gotta reload. Don't even think about it.
There we go, take that dude out. And I'm going to take this shot grenade.
Oh, I can't believe this. Nice save. Thanks for enemies down. All right.
And that's pretty much that done with. All we have to deal with are some leeches, which are going to come from about here. Come from over there. So we've got plenty of grenades leading us on the way out. Quickly active reload this. Set that off. And then just wait. Just make sure you stop them getting out. Oh, lovely. And that's another one done. I'm not sure what order I'm uploading these videos in just yet, but it might be that this is the last of the Operation 1 maps that I've got to cover. So we're getting there though. I'm getting more and more and more of them done each day, and I'm going to try and bring you one of these videos each and every single week. Thank you for watching until the end of this video, especially since this is the start of a new-ish series. Just like my Horde videos, I have made a tracker which looks like this, and I'm going to cross off each map as I complete them, with the Descent being our first one to tick off. If you like these kinds of videos, then hitting that like button will recommend this video to other people, and subscribing to the channel will also be a massive help to help me reach my next goal of 10,000 subscribers. But that's it for this one. Take it easy, gears, and I will catch you in the next one.